Sister Wives fans point out that Garrison Brown was a voice of courage in the Brown family. When he dared to stand up, it made fans realize he was built differently. Check out the reason why. Garrison Brown doesn't back down. Many Sister Wives fans recognize that COVID-19 made the underlying issues more evident. But Garrison Brown didn't concede when Kody and Robyn Brown attempted to control the entire family. Now fans see that he was a true voice of courage during his life. For instance, he saw people for who they were and let them know where he stood. Why fans called Garrison Brown voice of courage? On Reddit, several Sister Wives fans discussed that Garrison Brown did something astounding for his family. When the family was falling apart during COVID-19, Garrison went head-to-head with Kody, Brown, and Brown. Even though Kody was digging his heels in, Garrison faced the fear of his wrath. One user talks about Garrison being the voice of courage to call out what Robyn was doing with the rules, even though there was a large potential for backlash. However, the user adds that his willingness to confront injustice is very refreshing. Another viewer adds, "Agree. I believe he's maybe the first person in the family to ever confront her about anything. That's why Kody got so angry over it. How dare anyone question or confront his sacred cow and make her feel unsafe? I always loved when he would call his dad out on stuff in past episodes or calling them both out for Solomon's behavior when they were on vacation. Garrison was awesome." I think Garrison may also be the only person who had the courage to tell her he knew the rules were crap that they weren't themselves following and only created to keep everyone else away. Robyn's feelings ruled Kody's actions. Some Sister Wives fans point out that Robyn Brown skewed Kody's perspective. When Robyn felt attacked, she had Kody Brown's ear. Then Kody would run to defend her honor. In many cases, she pitted Kody against his headstrong boys, including Garrison Brown. Furthermore, some fans note that Robyn turned Kody Brown against his sons. Some people mention Hunter being first, and then Gabe and Garrison. One user says, "He paid for it dearly, and so did everyone else." This was the imaginary dragon Robyn sent Kody to slay for her, and they hung onto this excuse for years. Garrison Brown's bravery bought him more pain. But in many ways, some Sister Wives fans think Garrison Brown's large gesture of bravery only bought him a ticket to more pain. Additionally, some fans discuss how COVID-19 was the sad reveal of Kody's true colors. Someone adds, "A lot of good it did. I mean, we know he was just trying to remedy the situation, but all it did was set Kody off and make matters worse." The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and Kody's reaction to Garrison's phone call is a prime example of that. Garrison was already struggling a bit with his mental health, and Kody's refusal to spend time with his children from the OG 3 wives and to shut himself away with Robyn during COVID compounded those issues. Likewise, the user also points out that Kody's actions were clear with more than just Garrison. They mention how Kody didn't prioritize Isabel either, leaving many viewers in disgust. Furthermore, he reiterated that Robyn was his priority. Do you think Garrison Brown is the voice of courage in the Brown family? Do you think he is the only one who has been brave enough to call out Robyn? Was it at his own expense? Are you ready to see Sister Wives Season 19 Part 2? Do you think they will respectfully honor Garrison's life? Drop your comments below. In the chaotic world of Sister Wives, where emotions run high and complex family dynamics unfold, one of the more unexpected sources of clarity and strength has come from Kody Brown's son, Garrison Brown. Though not as often in the spotlight as the central figures of the show, Garrison has gained considerable attention and respect from fans, who have affectionately dubbed him the voice of courage. So what is it about Garrison that has fans rallying behind him? And why is he being called the voice of reason in a family consumed by dysfunction? Garrison Brown, the voice of the younger generation. Garrison Brown, one of Kody's children from his second wife, Janelle, has often found himself in the background of sister wives. While his father's complicated relationships with his wives and children have taken center stage for much of the show, Garrison's quieter presence has allowed him to observe the family dynamics from a unique perspective. This vantage point has allowed him to express his opinions, often speaking out when the adults around him are too entangled in their emotions or egos to say what needs to be said. Throughout the years, Garrison's candid observations and open communication have earned him the admiration of Sister Wives fans. While many members of the Brown family, especially Kody, struggle to articulate their thoughts or confront uncomfortable truths, Garrison has not shied away from calling out what he sees as the truth. In doing so, he has often served as a voice of reason in a family embroiled in turmoil. Fans have recognized his ability to speak honestly and his willingness to stand up for what he believes, even when it might be difficult or unpopular. Standing up for his family. One of the most defining moments that cemented Garrison's status as the voice of courage came when he voiced his frustrations over the way the family dynamics were being handled, particularly Kody's treatment of his wives and children. Garrison, unlike many of the adults in the Brown family, has not hesitated to call out behavior that he perceives as unfair, particularly when it comes to how his father has treated his other wives and children. In one memorable instance, Garrison openly criticized Kody's behavior toward his wives, especially in how he often ignored the emotional needs of his children and placed unnecessary strain on the family. His directness and honesty stood in stark contrast to Kody's tendency to sidestep confrontation and avoid addressing issues head-on. Garrison's ability to confront difficult situations with straightforward communication, especially in the face of a father who can sometimes be emotionally distant, struck a chord with fans who were hungry for some clarity in the family's complex relationships. Garrison's relationship with his father, Kody. Much of the emotional tension in Sister Wives comes from the way Kody interacts with his children. Kody, who often appears overwhelmed by the demands of his multiple marriages and large family, has had a rocky relationship with many of his children, especially in recent seasons. The portrayal of Kody as a somewhat absent and emotionally unavailable father has sparked criticism from fans who have pointed out his inability to connect with his kids on a deeper level. Garrison, however, has shown a remarkable level of emotional maturity when dealing with his father. Unlike many of his siblings, who often seem to retreat or struggle to communicate with Kody, Garrison confronts issues head-on, addressing his frustrations with the way Kody's decisions have impacted their family. This willingness to speak up, even when it comes to criticizing his father, has earned Garrison the admiration of fans who see him as one of the few people in the Brown family unafraid to stand up for what is right. Many viewers have noted how Garrison is not afraid to express his dissatisfaction with the way things are being handled within the family. His straightforward nature and refusal to sugarcoat his opinions make him stand out as a rare voice of reason, someone who is unafraid to speak the truth, even if it means challenging his father's authority. This directness is seen as a refreshing contrast to the passive-aggressive behavior and avoidance that often defines the Brown family's interactions. Standing up for himself. In addition to calling out Kody, Garrison has also used his voice to stand up for himself. Over the years, fans have watched as Garrison navigates his place in a family where favoritism and complicated relationships often cloud the waters. As a son who has grown up in a polygamous family, Garrison has faced challenges that many viewers can't fully understand. However, rather than succumbing to the pressure, he has consistently shown the courage to express his own opinions, even if it means rocking the boat. In a particularly telling moment, Garrison confronted the idea that he and his siblings were sometimes treated as secondary to Kody's other wives and children. His frustration with the lack of emotional attention from his father was palpable, and fans were struck by how well he articulated the pain of being left out of Kody's inner circle. For many viewers, Garrison's ability to vocalize his own feelings and not accept the status quo made him a figure of respect and admiration. His willingness to stand up for himself was further evident in how he handled his relationships with his half-siblings. While the family's constant shifting dynamics often left Garrison in a position of isolation, he never allowed that to hinder his sense of self-worth. In a family where emotions can often become tangled and complicated, Garrison's ability to speak up for himself has been a beacon of courage, a voice of change for the next generation. What has truly impressed fans is Garrison's recognition of the need for change within the family dynamic. Growing up in a plural family has clearly shaped Garrison's views on relationships, and he has often expressed his belief that things need to evolve if they are to improve. Whether calling out Kody's behavior or challenging the way the family operates, Garrison consistently advocates for healthier communication and a more balanced approach to family life. As the Sister Wives franchise has evolved, so too has the next generation of Browns. Garrison, who is now an adult, has become a more vocal participant in the family's conversations, and his willingness to push for change has earned him the title of the voice of courage. His perspective as someone who has grown up in the family, but is not yet fully immersed in the complicated marital dynamics, has allowed him to view the situation from a fresh perspective. He's not afraid to question the family's long-held practices, and that has made him a symbol of hope for those who believe that the family can find healthier ways to communicate and coexist. Garrison is a symbol of growth and strength. Ultimately, Garrison Brown's emergence as the voice of courage within the Sister Wives universe is a testament to his growth as an individual and his willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. In a family where many are either passive or too emotionally burdened to speak out, Garrison has shown the courage to challenge the status quo. Fans have rallied behind him for his bravery, his emotional intelligence, and his unwavering commitment to his own principles. In a series filled with tension, drama, and confusion, Garrison's ability to voice his thoughts with honesty and clarity has made him a standout figure. He represents a new generation of Browns who are unafraid to confront the flaws in their family and demand change. As a result, many fans have come to view him not just as a son of Kody and Janelle, but as a voice of strength, clarity, and courage in a family that desperately needs it.